Hello, Lamar Class of 1961. This is Phyllis SantaMaria from London, back to the year 1961 when we graduated. Who could believe that at that time John Kennedy was elected president, that the average cost of a house was about $12,000. Time as well internationally because the Berlin Wall was just being built. But one of the things that was really important for me was, little did I know at that time, when I was the treasurer of our class, did I ever think that later on I would even be working in finance. When we graduated, I went off to Boston, and as I have said to many people over the years, that's when I learned that damn Yankee was two words. Well, I really enjoyed my time at Wellesley, and after that, going back to an important event of 1961, when President Kennedy created the United States Peace Corps, I got married for the first time, and I went into the Peace Corps. Today, I'm going to show you this special thing that I did in Guatemala. First of all, I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. And this is the blouse from the town where I was working in the highlands of Guatemala. This one happens to be 100 years old, but you can see it has this very traditional design. Well, I worked with the Mayan Indian women there, and I was really fortunate in that we set up the first women weaving group in Guatemala. And this is what we invented, these little purses like this. And these purses made a really huge impact on the lives of the Mayan Indian women and their families. In fact, we created a whole new industry with this because at that time there weren't many crafts that people could buy. And I've been able to follow over the last 45 years what has happened to that town. And I've kept up my friendship. And I just want to tell you something that's quite exciting. After that, I went with Tom, who was my husband at the time. We went into the Peace Corps in Kenya. So here you'll be able to see a photograph of me. There I am standing with some of the other teachers in front of our students. This was in 1968. And also you'll see a photograph of me at Meru Game Park, and I'm riding on a rhino. That's one of my favorite photographs of all time. I'll just turn the clock forward very quickly to so many things that I've been doing over the years since leaving the Peace Corps in Kenya. I had a laundry in Belize under contract with the British Army, which is one of the ways that I managed to get to England. That's another story I'll tell some of you later. I did move to England in 1973, and I've been living here ever since, although some of the time I did go to Germany and I taught in German schools. I worked at the BBC. I was very fortunate to be coordinator of a big project that we did in the mid-80s where we created the forerunner of the internet, and I was the national coordinator for that. Been involved with education, working as a consultant and a lot of different things. And since the year 2000, I've started working with microfinance. And this is where there's a link with what I did with these little purses a long time ago. So microfinance, as you might know, is a way of making financial services available to poor people. It's loans, it's savings, it's money transfers, and it's also insurance, because poor people are just like the rest of us, and that they need to have access to some financial services so that they can plan their year. So I started working with this in 2000, and to this day, I'm working on a project in Kenya. came in 2009 because my family won an award from the Lamar Alumni Association because we are the family that had the most graduates from Lamar High School. There were 9 of us that went to Lamar, and then our other sister, Mary, was also honored. And then in October last year, I came to Texas, and I visited Betsy and Mickey and of course, my family. We had a big wedding. And also, I also went to Guatemala, and I visited the first and the second generation of the people I worked with there when we developed these monideros and other products. And the second generation said, look, we've grown a lot. They've managed to overcome a lot of terrible things that have happened there, like the Civil War. But they said, but we really want to do more development projects. So now, coming full circle, I'm working again with the people in Guatemala, and I'm delivering the course to them via Skype. People in Comalapa, my town, and I'm in London giving the enterprise course to them, and there they are in Guatemala. The other person you see in the picture is someone who had come from London to observe what they're doing. Now I am working on a project here in the UK, working with the Centre for Sustainable Development, and we're going to be using my enterprise course and many other courses for vocational programs for sustainable development. For example, when someone learns how to be a plumber, they'll also learn how to put in rainwater capture systems, or they will also learn how to do solar panels. And this we will be taking for our work in Guatemala and in Kenya, and also in Ghana. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you, and I give you all of my love. And my organizations are called Microfinance Without Borders. And then the new one that we're founding together with this center here in the UK is called Learning Without Borders. So we will be delivering our courses via technology as well as face-to-face methods. So if any of you are coming to London, please let me know. And I'd love to see you here. And also, if any of you are interested in going to Guatemala, we're doing a community tourism project there. So I look forward to hearing from you, and you can check out my website, which is www.microfinancewithoutborders.com. So have a great reunion, and I send you my love.